Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We're doing a special call today with my good friend, Audrey Lightlanguage. And, because it is a special time right now that we could all use a little bit more support. And so part of what we're going to talk about today, how everything is energy, right? All is energy, consciousness, expressing light. And so I'm going to let Audrey really talk about it, but it's part of, we're going to talk a little bit about the virus, but also a little bit more about what we can do to raise our vibration, right? So that we can create a field that has a higher vibration, so that we can not be influenced by the virus as much as, you don't have to be, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But basically this call is for you, for all of you, to support you at this time. All right. And so Audrey came to me like a week or so ago and said, hey, do you want to do a special call for everybody at this time, for your community, to support them? I said, absolutely, let's do it. So Audrey, welcome to the show. And for those of you who don't know Audrey, she's a good friend. She's been on our show many, many times. She is somebody who we really love and admire and respect. She's a soul architect and energy engineer. And so I'll let Audrey talk a little bit more about who she is and what she is and how she works. But mostly this is for you. All right. So Audrey, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much to everyone who's listening in, and thank you so much for the opportunity to share with your community. And we're going to gift them these energies, right, to help them with releasing fear and upgrade them, right, energetically, right, in this situation that we're facing with this virus and all of this that is going on right now. And then not only are they going to receive, but I'm asking them, right, to join together, because unity is so important in these times. So a certain portion of the call, they're going to receive, in a certain portion we're going to join together, right, amplifying our light, because we are called for now to have unity and stand in our godhood, right, our creator beingness.
Yep.
So we affect the dissolution, right, of this old looping field that is occurring, and the maintenance of the new. I said shift into high gear, right, and unify and unite our lights, so we maintain, right, this a higher timeline. And so that's what we're going to be doing, both of those things,
Awesome.
And yes, the works will assist them, right, with the immunity and all that is going on. So thank you so much, Alara, and everyone who's joining us. And on the replay, please, when we do that other portion, when we're shooting this out to the field, I want everyone who's listening to the replay even, right, to join at those points as well when we're doing that. And who am I? I was turned back on to my beingness that I am, right, because I came in embodiment. I didn't stay out there in the ethers, right, to deliver messages to people and beings, right, as an ancient one, time before time, many names I am, right, an admiral of a starship, an ancient Lemurian high priestess, a creator as a weaver of codes of creation, as I stand in Elohim embodiment and physicality to bring that through as a divine channel, and to assist behind the scenes, and also with all the beautiful souls who come, right, because it's very important. I'm a soul architect. Why? And I told Spirit, what's this soul architect? Because I'm always known as Audrey Lightlanguage. And then it was to change my name to soul architect, energy engineer. And I said, no, they have to accompany each other, because people are going to look for me as Audrey Lightlanguage. And a soul architect, I'm like, well, soul is a soul. And I'm told by Spirit, no, right? Soul evolution, right? Their spirit, their essence, time to tend to their essence, where their true treasure lies, right? Because we're always distracted in manifestation and physicality, right? And a lot of these loops over and over, old habits, beliefs, and paradigms that we've been looping in, right? So this is the opportunity to be re-educated, right? Shift their perspective, right? Their perceptions to a wider view, right? Who and what they are, right? God embodied, source embodied, the field of consciousness embodied, so one can know themselves, right? So creation can know itself through all things embodied of it, yes? To know what it is, to know what it is not, get a bigger picture of it and ourselves, it through us expressing. Now it comes for the time that rather than manifest things in physicality, we are manifesting our own self, coloring ourself in, defining ourself. What is that? So we release the old energies, right? The old loops, the old agreements, right? Generational things, unconscious, subconscious, other aspects of self. And as we are doing that, then we higher self and self unite, not higher self out there, right? Always used to calling on, merging the two. So we have the marriage of the male and the female energies between all of our aspects. So we are even beyond chakras, which still hold people in certain energies that the systems have used to keep them stuck in blockages. So we turn them all on, become the pillar, right, of light, male and female married energies within ourselves and all the other aspects. So we be the pillar, right, of light, standing in our godhood, creator beingness. So we are part and in resonance with the new platforms, you know? So very, very important. So I do the works behind the scenes through light language, Akash language. Sorry, everyone who reads the Akash, but I do not come in to read old hats of potentiality from the old books, let's say, of potentialities there that were written. I do the work to help them get in resonance with the new Akash, right? Clear Akash what needs to, right? Clear cosmic Akash, and then be in resonance with the new Akash, in resonance with the new, so they're in resonance with the new potentials, right? That are there at that point. So language of the Akash, and then the sacred key code number work, which is a number language of creation, which brings through energies through a series of numbers, because language has been contaminated. Symbols have been contaminated. The numbers are beyond contamination, so they hold the highest light. So when people receive the numbers, they are having works done upon all their bodies, etheric, mental, physical, emotional, unconscious, subconscious, generational, other aspects, thousands upon thousands of lives in the loop and the stuckness, right? For me to help move around. Then they're going to have those numbers, just as you know, Laura, your own list of numbers to apply those energies that that code and numbers hold in your own lives as a tool. So all very powerful things.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's great for people who don't know Audrey. Now you have a little taste of what Audrey is like. She talks very fast, for those of you who don't know. She talks very fast. And so when you do, you know, if and whenever you have a session with Audrey, you know she talks really fast and gets a lot of information through at once. So today, you know, I really want to talk about, you know, in the US especially, it seems to be everything is like ramping up like crazy. You know, there's more and more people that are being affected by the virus, you know, faster than anywhere else. So unfortunately, you know, no comment from me on that. But
well, I'm in New York, right, which is a big hot zone now, right, because you have so many people that were so confined in small spaces, you know, so wherever there's so many people confined in small spaces, right, that's what happened compared to other people that have more space, right, not on top of each other. New York, you know, you're in a restaurant, you're traveling around, you walk on the street, so many people. And so, you know, thusly the situation, let's say, showing up in those places first, you know, that have
well, it's not just that. It's also, and I'm not going to go into this per se, but it's also the government. Governments are choosing different things, right? So in our government here in Austria was very strict, very fast. We went on lockdown right away. They do all sorts of testing and checking and everything. They don't do that in the States. So unfortunately, that's why it is so much more prevalent there, you know, unfortunately. And I know this because my kids were traveling from Japan back to Canada, and they had to stop in Washington, D.C. and for like overnight, and they didn't, in the U.S. customs and whatever, they didn't check anything. They didn't do anything. There was no checking your temperature, and they let them go out of the airport to a hotel, wherever they wanted, no checks, nothing. I was shocked. I thought they would be stuck at the airport all night long in quarantine, because that's what they do everywhere else. But no, you know, so it's like, all right, you know, it is what it is. So we as individuals have to be responsible, you know. You cannot count on just the government to do everything. We have to be responsible. So here we are on complete lockdown. Nothing is open other than grocery stores, pharmacies, and banks, kind of thing. Now that's about it. Nothing else is open. You cannot travel with it, like 5 people together cannot walk around. You know, there has to be 1 meter distance apart from everybody.
They have 6 feet. Yeah, 6 feet. Like
you know,
I don't know if that's a meter, you know, distance as well. Exactly. Yeah. You're watching the news and you're thinking, well, it's happening there. And I would be saying, close the things, do what you need to do, you know. But some people didn't take it that seriously. You know what I mean? And then we have that other agenda. No, sorry. Then there's those other agendas that are going on, you know what I mean? That we don't need to go into all that. That's why I wanted to share, you know, all is energy, right? As we were saying, right? Yeah. The light is energy, the darker expression is energy, the virus is energy, all is energy. I work with energy, right? All is consciousness expressing. So come receive some energy to help you, right? Yeah. In this situation to help. But, you know, I was looking when this was beginning, right? And I sat down and I was like, all right, what's going on? You know, give me a heads up. And I got a storm is coming. Prepare. I didn't get a gift is arriving. Yay. You know, so When I look at the community, let's say, they're all over the place on their take of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for myself, though, I look at it and I'm like, this is just another loop of the old occurring again, right? The thing is, we're here writing the new book, right? Who gave any tendrils to come of this into the new book that we're writing to show up again, right? In another loop, right? We're making change,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not
yeah.
to have this accompany it, on the doorstep of it while we're doing change.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, all right, everybody's all over the board on this, because you can't be like, someone went on a show, they would tell me, oh, yay, we have downtime. And I'm like, how is that downtime that I'm all about making lemonade with lemons, right? But lemonade for all, not like you have downtime. You could be nice and cozy. And then the forerunners, the people on the forefront, I mean, not
Mm-hmm.
forerunners, forefront of this have to every day go and face this, and deal with this. That's
Yeah.
not, yay, a gift time, this is not to how we want to deliver, right? The new with this there as well. So that's why it's so important. We're going to do what we need to do to dissolve this old loop timeline and support the new one,
Yeah.
because I was saying, again, everybody in the community is all over the place, right? So we need to put our differences, right, of our perspective on this behind us in our back pocket and say, okay, we're going to agree to disagree, right? Whatever our take is on this. More important thing that is needed, unify, right? Despite those different takes, and do that amplification, right, of the light
Mm-hmm.
for the support of the higher timeline and dissolution of the other. If I could share, years ago, I had gotten a message from Seraphim, right? Seraphim attend to God, source, the field of consciousness, whatever you want to call it. And the message, I did a 911 call for free. And the message was to tell to everyone that the yin yang was not balanced, right? Much more dark than the white side,
Mm-hmm.
because they, the denser ones, those in sleep and forgetting, parasite, whatever you want to call it, no matter if they're all over the place, they are united in the outcome, right, of what they want, destruction, death, all that type of thing.
Right.
So that's why it got so much larger, right, in this situation than the other side. So they said, you guys are all over the place, right? You need to unite the lighthouses to have that amplification, right, of that light to handle the situation. And when I brought it forth, maybe 9, 10 years ago, the people did what? They were hanging the messenger again, right? I'm like, why are you shooting the messenger? That's not my message. I'm delivering unto you what the seraphim asked me to deliver to you, right?
You're cutting out. They don't want you to
Wow.
share your message.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody went about their own business still, right? In their different distractions, right? So they didn't unite because that was their belief and take. As I've watched the years roll on, maybe to about 3, 4 years ago, you started to see some, spiritual workers talking about, I didn't want to deal with the dark, right? Because I had my
Mm-hmm.
own belief of that, but it
Yeah.
keeps coming up. It keeps coming up. I have to deal with it. I had to look at it. And when I hear that, I'm thinking, well, yeah, that's what was said. How many years ago we could have been on it, right? But again, everybody all over the place still. So
Yeah.
now this occurs. And that is why I'm saying, right? Everybody is still yet all over their place on their take of this. That is why we need to put that in the back pocket aside. No matter if you think, yay, a gift. No matter if you think, here we go in a loop again, right? And more importantly, to unify, and put our energies together so we handle this situation and dissolve the old, maintain something new. And that's what we're going to do here today. So excellent, excellent.
Awesome. So it is about unifying our intention to have more light, to radiate more light, to shine more light, right? Because as there is more light, it will dissolve the darkness.
Yes, this old loop that is playing out and want to do their agendas, right? To keep going, whatever they want to keep going, right? And to play out, right? Which we have come in. People are always saying on these shows, right? So interested in what's their mission, right? I said, hello, this is the mission, right? Whether you have awareness or not, your heart can be touched by this. You could be compassionate, right? And you could want to help. So you stand in your godhood, whether you understand that you're a godhood embodied, whether you understand you're a creator being or not, doesn't need you to understand it in your consciousness, right? You just say, you go to your heart, you want to help. So we amplify that light that maintains and brings forward, right? And to fruition, the higher timelines, right? That the other agendas want to come in, right? And make trouble with it. So we don't want this slip, right, to happen, ever again. So we want to get at it as quick as possible, dissolve it, no more, close that, and maintenance of that going forward,
Hmm.
through all of this.
Yeah.
And not only intend, but to bring to manifestation that it is, right? Because intending can be always like on a trip. The kids, do we get there yet? Do we get there yet? Do we get there yet? Did it get manifested yet? I'm still looking for it, right?
Yeah.
So beyond that, beyond right intention,
You're right.
actual manifestation, the fruits of, right, to be had and to feel and to know, and is, right? So we say, and it is, and it is, and it is, right? So
Absolutely.
be it,
Yeah.
be it, be it, and it is,
I agree totally. So what can we now collectively and individually, what can we now do?
Well, I would like to jump into some light language, right,
Hmm.
first, so we
Hmm.
can talk about that a little later on. So we'll give them some of the things that we are joining, because we want to do that to help support them
Yeah.
through this. So we're going to let them receive first, right? And then after that, we're going to join together and we'll handle the situation on a wider expanse. So some receiving for them. Is that okay? Can I do that?
Sounds good. Yep. And
All
are you
right.
going to take any questions today? Because I see somebody with
Yes.
their hands raised, so we'll take some
Yeah.
in a little bit.
Let's do the light language for them. Then we'll do questions and watch the time, because I don't know how much time you want to have to do. So we'll do this, what we're going to join together and affects the field, standing in our creative beginness. We'll do that later on after the questions. You want to do that? We'll do like
Absolutely.
that.
Yep.
And
Awesome.
also, I want to bring in the mother. I bring in the mother, I think, at some other point, because the mother is the mother of Mother, Father, God. You understand?
Hmm.
The mother of all logos, right? The first point, primordial state of beingness, the womb of all creation, to let her come forth too, somewhere in between here. Let's
Awesome.
remember to do that as well.
Okay, cool.
All right, so you ready?
Yes, we are ready. Are you all ready for some light language?
One thing I want to say to them, let's say I bring numbers through, right? Because I'm just opening my mouth and see what comes through. If I bring numbers, right? Numbers are those sacred key codes, energetics. This is not the type of numbers where they are going to think, oh, I'm going to play the recording and I'm going to copy the numbers,
Yeah.
right? Those are not the numbers like that. These are numbers that go out to the field individually in this moment, what we are doing, right? For them and the field.
Yeah.
So if they want their numbers, that's personalized, and they would come and get a list, so that's separate, just so they have awareness of this,
Yeah.
whoever's live or listening in. All right, so here we go, beautiful ones. Here we go. Basse trevi partuanei, so tersi partianei, sole per tu veserire, tu ne vane perderei, se de monte virei, seront today, Saron today, Venusore, Venusane, Canu perte venonai, se le pone ti devie, se le pone siade, y se le pele lon cherise, sarme, sare, esa si shasha. Shesha shesha, varu varu me varu, sa 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 sa, for the lungs and the heart, the fairies. Esa simoshez, lele melema lema lele, arutare, arutare, arutare. Vesseatirerum, vesseradire, vesseranturonane, vessetire benezane, vessunone berdane, veruntune riserire, veruntune viane, veruntune viane. Imikasha. Let me do the kasha. You write the kasha. Kesha. Imikasha. Asahona here. Mahana. Hunna mahana. Kasha. Ia uma. Galactic, cosmic, multidimensional aspects of you that we're working on as well, right? Because those are the other portions of yourself we bleed through into this life. As a soul architect, right? Your soul knows about all those portions of you. So as a soul architect, working on all those portions of you as well. Kasha. Here home here. Certum, vare mon cher, sa. Es así, es así, es así. Ancient ones bringing in the Native Americans to do some releasing of burdens, right? The things you carry on your shoulder blades and your shoulders. Here we go. This life and other lives as well. Gandusa handugaya sumakunde. Bundakasha kokoko kutahando. Humbikese. Sa. Esa vahona, amavahona, sa. C'est le ballon, se va, mon chéri, se voit, ia, shiktika. Fairies touch that inner child and help with that heart, that fear. Allah, shiktika. Merci, chérie. C'est le ballon de tout à sarare. Et c'est ça. Some numbers 8635353 8635 10 12 1821 3838 3838 612 612 1821 308 653 5365 365 10 12 1821 21 anahane et ça si les belles longtemps et c'est les belles mais là c'est ça y est. There you go.
Awesome. Thank you. Obviously, you all saw me yawning because it's what I do.
Moving energy through you.
Exactly. The energy is moving. So how are you all feeling with that little bit of a clearing out for everybody and releasing, especially the burdens that some of you may be experiencing right now and feeling right now, maybe taking on right now for others, sometimes unconsciously. Because a lot of times people do that. They take on what's going on in the collective to heal others. You don't have to take it on through your body. You don't have to heal it through your body, right? Let it go.
Exactly. No more like that. Exactly. Let it go. Or also, let's say, this brings up, fears and things because other lives, which are actually other aspects who have lived through such a thing and experiences, right? So somewhere within yourself, right, seeing that again, right? The energy of that, the situation again of that, how many times in lives living through that, right? So deep within oneself, even if they may not understand that consciously or know that consciously, but that's the energy playing through, right? So to help them to disengage from that, release that,
Yeah. So I just want to share, because I was thinking this too. Susanna said, oh my God, make an album with classical orchestra, so enjoyable, so you don't even think you are healing at the same time. I was thinking at the same time when you were doing that, I was thinking, oh, you should have an album. You should record this, it's like, it's so beautiful.
I always have that on my plate, but no one shows up, you know what I mean? Someone else, because everything that I do with people see my work, I don't have all that technical stuff and fancy stuff they do, right? Yeah. I deliver it, like someone who would, let's say, sing acoustically, right? That is without accompaniments. But it would be beautiful if anybody wanted to ever show up to do that. It would be excellent. Yeah, because I've thought about that, but no one, has ever showed up to bring it to that.
Yet. No one's ever showed up yet. So yeah, so Smiley said there was coughing during the numbers part. Absolutely, let it go. That's fine.
Yes.
Amy says great expansion of the heart. Good. Brenda says, wow, I'm feeling energized and excited. Destiny says, that was beautiful. My eyes are tearing, and yet by my body, mental, physical, feel so much lighter. Awesome. Good. So yeah, whenever you are experiencing Audrey's light language, let whatever it is, let it come up and let it go, right? It's about releasing the density that may be in your field, right?
Yes, someone's saying about my hand motion. That's like signing. So you hear sound, and I'm signing the energies as well, right? Just
Yeah.
like when I'm moving the energy and signing it. Um, you
Yes.
get feeling, yes, even if you don't feel anything, exactly, because not everyone feels, right? But it's
Mm-hmm.
beyond feeling and conscious mind, right?
Yeah.
To a deeper place of soul and true essence. You are tending to your treasure, right? Which is your soul essence, your beingness, you know, because we have to manifest ourselves. We have to define and declare ourselves as who and what we are. So that's why as we travel through creation, this is the time of the great divide. Which side will you find yourself on, right? Devolution, parasitic, replicate, you know, duplicate systems of the same that is going to go the way of things that are devolution, or the evolutionary, love forward, right, which are true creative systems that stand on their own, self-sustaining, standing in their godhood. You know, one has to have higher energy fields, released of the old, and also consciously aware and understanding, right, of what has been going on, than maintaining and perpetuating the same old beliefs and paradigms, you know. So it takes many things. So they secure themselves, so to say, in that future version of themselves that are there upon those other platforms. Yes, you'll see it in physicality, but make sure that that stays maintained and other forces and things don't come and say dissolve, right, that path of yourself to there, right? Because see, like now what's happening, tempting to change things, right, pulling on them and their stories and their energies. So even though all is done already, that must be secured and held, right? So it takes them actions, motions, and movements of their essence, of their beingness, not concepts. We can hold many concepts: love, unity, oneness, sell, love, unity, oneness. No, it can only be a concept. That's only concept. That's not going to get you there. You have to be it in your beingness. Drop the concepts down to what you do, right? To walk your talk, be
Yeah.
it, right? So that is the thing, right? And so these works come in a system, like fast track, right? Fast track. Imagine some people may do a life, or 3, 4 lives. These are in the sessions where people come lives, multiple thousands lives, right? Aspects, cosmically, generationally, you know, galactically, interdimensionally, the lives upon Gaia, you know, it's huge, the work. So I hope they come so they could do fast track, right, to receive this work, to assist them, right, so they
Mm-hmm.
get it done ever more quicker. Because the other ways are ways we did before, but now it takes, come on, look what's happening and going on, right? What are people waiting for? Christ said, as you all shall do as I have done, right? So when do you think that time is? This is it.
Yeah.
Stand
Now.
Godhood, that Christ was a representational of, right?
Mm-hmm.
To see it in them, to know and remember, you so all are brothers and sisters of a Christ. These are the Christ time. We're all Christs, right?
Yeah.
To be that, stand in our Godhood. Use your creator beingness, is whether you believe it or not. You have that. We created all this in forgetting and sleep. Now it is to dream lucidly, empowered within the dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you hold the helm of the ship, like I say, and steer your vessel, that your consciousness, your vehicle, your expressions, in to another shore, which would be another platform, right? More higher in resonance with you than the same old loops, or down in asunder in the, you know, the lower energies that just want to keep you stuck in that and looping. Example of this, right? To eat one up and feed themselves off the energy of others. We don't want any more of that. Someone I saw today was putting a post about how it's so beautiful and all these things are happening because we're bringing in the 26,000 year of what peace is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And because I saw that, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, right? As I am an ancient one from time before time, embodied to assist behind the scenes with everyone, I was like, hold on that. This is not going to be only a 26,000 year of peace and beautifulness, right? Because when they are stating that, they are then accepting, remember, I'm from, right, Elohim embodied, right, first point of creation, weaver of codes of creation, all that. So witnessing from that point to say, oh no, we're not going to play in a story. You want to play a loop that's still a loop, maybe a huge loop, but it still is a loop, right? What happens at the end of the 26,000 year cycle of peace and joy? You think we're going to do this again? Oh, no. We're not supporting that. Peace means peace for the rest of eternity, because we've already written in the book of life that we walk through this forgetting, this duality, this polarity, and all this, right, that has gone on, and the parasitic plague that was birthed forth from that experiment, right, so deeply in forgetting of itself, eating its own self, right? So we're closing the book on that, so it will never ever ever again happen. Not even what's going to happen after the 26,000 years of joy. They're going to do the same thing. Oh, no. End of the story on that, right? So don't don't maintain and perpetuate, yay, we're going to get 26,000 years of joy and peace and whatever. No, continually, because creation no longer has to forget or sleep to itself and wrought such things upon its own self, right? And how difficult it was to put that back in the box, right? And end the story on that, because it has a life of its own. Source, which is powerful, creating, always finding a way to keep itself living in that way off of others, right? Of source that are still connected. No, no, no. So this is a piece that will be eternally, right, to be expressed. So creation will know and explore itself in the wonder and the glory of all that it is, and not ever do this experiment, adventure, whatever you want to call it, ever again, because it is not needed. We wrote it already in the book of life, and now we go right in the new book.
Exactly. It's time for something new, something, you know, like peace, like joy, like happiness, all that wonderful stuff that we talk about. And so how can we, you know, now in this climate, I'm going to call it a climate of fear, you know, so many people are in this climate of fear. What can we do individually for ourselves to uplift ourselves, raise our vibration, and our community?
Now, because everyone is in so much quiet time, right? Or even if things are going on with the kids and the family, right? To find some moments of quiet. So gratitude is so important, right? Because so many people are saying, oh my goodness, we're looking at things that before we were busy, we didn't know and realize, right? Well, have gratitude, right? For the life that you have, consciousness you have, your beautiful experience you have, right? Embodiment to have, a beautiful world, right? And then again, use their energy in that moment to say, I state no more to this, right? I do not agree to this, no more. If people want to sit in a all's well reality bubble, what are they doing, right? That is not helping you assist that you have come in to assist the collective, right? And creation itself, because this story has gone on throughout creation, right? Like worlds that have been blown up that I speak of, right? From parasitic, you know, soul eaters or whatever, blowing up worlds. Or we don't want any more of that note played. That's the distorted note, right? That creation has been in over and over again. So we come in to clean up the whole totality of it, from here rippled out to creation, so it doesn't go on anymore. So everyone doesn't have to know every single little thing that happened, but have some awareness, yes, that things were off, right? They shouldn't have been off. We were going to explore the offness, right? The lower density and polarity, never to have been stuck in it, you know, and our mind wipes or played in a place in a comatose state, you know, that was not supposed to be part of it. We were supposed to have experiences. So we know that which we are, right? And have a wider understand, not only in concept, taste, touch, smell, a beautiful thing, you know? So for them to state no more of this, right, that is occurring, I do not have agreement, I no longer support this. So they're standing in their sovereignty, their power, their divine birthright, no matter if things may be coming forward now, if they're revealed of hard things, right, and things that went on. It is to have knowledge and knowing what has happened. Do not sit in fear or anger, you know what I mean, or retribution, all of that, because that only feeds more into that. Right. You're going to say, okay, this happened. We're having awareness. We understand. We have knowledge, know what's going on. And we say no more to that now, closing the book on that, right? Because we attained the knowledge from that and we don't have to do it anymore. So for them within themselves, you understand, because they're using the power of their soul, their essence, their heart, right? Their light. Even if they don't believe it, use their imagination, right? Did I say that a long time ago, I had gotten a message that, you know, biblically they speak about you were made in God's image. And they said they altered the words. It is not made in God's image. It is made in God's imagination. You understand when they speak about the dreamer, right, of all things. So you also, being an aspect of that in embodiment, have the gift of the magic, the real magic, right? Because the other ones use dark magic, but they're all joined together. So it's using the real magic that we have, right, of our imagination and our creative abilities, right, to create something different by imagining, seeing, and bringing it in, right? Yeah. So that's very, very important. Whether they believe it or not, they have it. They are here, they're embodied, they have consciousness, right? If they are touched, their heart, their soul, they're a real, R-E-A-L, real being, right, with soul and essence. So use that to create change, and that'll help ripple out to communities. Because what is it good is it when people sit in their own reality bubble of all's well, and they don't want to hear about these things. And I'm like, aren't you saying there's the oneness? oneness, part of one. It's like my hand is good, but this hand is broken. You know, we're all part of the oneness. You attend to this hand as well, right? That is not well. You don't sit in reality. Oh, this hand is good. Everything is wonderful. But what's happening to this hand, right? So what are they doing? They're coloring themselves in. Then they think they're not connected or being touched. Oh, you are, because you're defining who you are in those actions, right? You've come in not to just arrive to a place of wellness. Yes, all that we've been through, we need to get well, right? But once we are well, it's to affect the collective and the oneness and creation, right? To get on another page, you know? So what they're experiencing in their bubble can be experienced for all throughout creation, right? And not just them. So it's very important for us to change our old perspectives or awareness, right, to a wider perspective and awareness, you know. And when you start to do that, it's in here, it's not all out there. Things magically, you know, begin to you know, give you a different view, right? I remove the filter from people so they won't be in the old filter, right, which is limitation, right? So they could see a different perspective, a wider view, you know. And when you could work with one who does this type of thing, you know, do it. But again, not with people who are giving away your power to all other beings, you understand? Because that is how we played when we were sleeping, okay? We needed the crutches and the training wheels of all the beings. Who are the beings? The beings are the one being, source, wearing the masks and the personas upon those platforms, right? Playing with and within its own self, right? We forgot, we didn't know. So creation, we are it and forgetting, set up those other beings of itself to be there for us, support us, hold the remembering, right? But now it is time to stand in our godhood, right? So you don't need the intermediaries anymore, because now you're not in sleep and forgetting, and you can have direct connection to source, right? Whether you hear it like a voice outside of yourself, people are waiting for. No, it's like that inner voice, right? That you hear, that inner knowingness just of you, right, of what you're in resonance with, not speaking to you. So you can have that direct connection, and you don't have to keep giving your power away to everyone that you think is greater than you. I saw a message recently that I had from 2014 from Source, God, and it was saying, like, do not bow your knee to any other that you think is greater than you, because now with all this happening, I have connection to myself again, right? Myselves that are waking up to myself, right? So I can have that direct connection. So let's try to switch that perspective a little, right? Expand it a little, instead of always, please, Oracle, Master, Angel, Galactic, somebody tell me, somebody tell me. Do you understand? That's the old story, right? Why are we going to maintain and perpetuate that? Did any of them ever stop any of the atrocities and things that were going on? No. We're an embodiment, right? Isn't it not said, you are who you have been waiting for, right? So you all standing in your godhood are going to affect it and do it, you know?
Yeah. So can you activate the third eye so that we can have our own discernment and not depend on others?
This is the thing, right? As far as the third eye, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anyone, right? But remember, we're speaking about different than old beliefs and paradigms, right?
Yeah.
People think, here's a message, I'm going to let the beings of light speak it to everyone, right? The beings, right, who come through, that are part of all that is, right? So they know they're part of all that is, like as we are. Beautiful ones, yes, we are part of all that is, yes, expressing in our collective, just as all of you are part of all that is as well, yes? So what we say to them who come to our channel and are speaking about a sight that they wish to see here, so to say, in this eye you would call the third eye, and many honor that, but we say to you that this eye and these eyes, you understand, can be open to distraction, manipulation, you understand, and deception. Because many think, oh, I am seeing with my eye, am I seeing all these beings? Yes, they think they are speaking to all these beings, and sometimes it is not those beings, you understand? So what do they want to see or be distracted in? Yes, we say to all, the best eyes to see with are not these eyes, nor this spiritual eye, which is open both to distraction, manipulation, you understand? The best eyes to see with are the eyes that are no eyes at all, you understand? Which are the eyes of the heart, you see? Because the eyes of the heart cannot be open to distraction and manipulation, yes? Because you feel it here within you. Does this resonate me or does it not? You see? This is the clearest way to see, not in a way that you think I see or this I see, which is also, as we said, can have a deception there. Many will come to you and say, I am seeing this one, this is the message from this one, and yet it is not, you understand? So this is why we say, why do you want to follow that? With these eyes, you see, the best eyes of all, yes, the heart eyes. Yes, because there is no deception and manipulation that can be made over, held over these eyes. The best way to see, without eyes, but the best eyes. You understand? Oh, beautiful. And Alara, we say thank you for allowing our channel and us to be here. Yes, we shall come back again, but we return to your channel now. Yes.
So, you know, it's funny. I was, somebody back in Canada had created a higher self picture of myself, right? And the eyes were not here, they were in the heart, you know, so it's about,
yes, beautiful one. Yes,
yeah,
you
see,
see,
it's like I can see it over there, but I can't bring it over here to you guys, but
yes, yes, yes,
it's like
yes. You
seeing
see?
from the heart. It's
So,
not with the third eye and not the physical
yes,
eye, but
because
it's,
so many have been, what is it, entrenched,
mm-hmm,
ingrained in the old beliefs and paradigms of this that was needed. You understand?
yeah.
That seeing, all they're seeing, and yet there are not so many then who should be able to see, who would know they're standing in the godhood, and yet they're still not.
Yeah,
Yes?
and it's not really about seeing it, but it's about knowing from that heart space. Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. Beyond seeing, but
Yeah.
it's the clearest way to see. Because all of you know that in your physicality, yes, your
Yeah.
eyes do not see all that is right before you. Yes, it is. You know, this is a fact upon your world that the eyes do not see all. Yes, just as certain animals can hear certain frequencies and the human ears cannot. Yes, so already you know with these eyes there are limitations, and so with this. So that was beautiful who painted that for you. And also beautiful by no coincidence, you are coming to bring confirmation to what we in channel are speaking of. Yes,
Yes.
these
Yep.
guys beautiful also. So do they see how to move from this perspective, old beliefs and paradigms, to this way of seeing? That is beautiful. Now, dear one, we shall return you to channel. Perhaps we shall come back later, and we thank you. And if anyone is going to have a session with our channel, we also come through, yes,
Yeah.
to speak with them. But this is not a fortune telling to keep crutches and training wheels beneath you. You understand? You all are the master and the masterpiece, one and the same. Yes, you hold the paint brushes. Does a great master wait for someone to come and tell the master he or she where to put the paint on the picture, lighter or darker? No. The master creates, of which you are with your consciousness, your vessel. Yes, those gifts are that. Those are your paints, your canvases. Yes, beautiful one. So stand in your mastery. Yes, as you create your beautiful masterpiece, dear one. Yes, so beautiful ones. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We wish you much love, and we shall be speaking to you again. Yes. Okay, now it's me. I don't go anywhere, right? Because we're all one.
Yeah.
Just bringing them through to have a voice to speak.
So it's also about, you know, trusting then your heart, trusting your knowing, right? Because a lot of people, they don't trust themselves. So it's about trusting what you get, you know, your knowing, your information, your wisdom, trust that, and then move forward, right? A lot of people, we doubt ourselves, we second guess ourselves, and that's why we want that validation or confirmation from somebody else, from, you know, from outside of us, right? But it is about trusting.
Right, those are the old ways, right?
Yeah.
That's why I like to say, take off the training wheels and the crutches, right? Because when you're on a bike, you have to learn how to use that, right? To use that what you're doing, riding the bike. Same with this, right? Get used to the footing of that, right? How that feels. Observe, see what's going on. You know what I mean? So it's you, right, who is standing in control, the captain of your ship, your vessel. Then again, you're in the vessel. Everybody, somebody tell me where to go. Where am I going to go? What kind of captain of a ship is that? Right? So
Yeah.
it's getting back into, these are old habits that we did from how we acted, reacted while we were in sleep and forgetting, and held in it for eons of time. So our power was kept from us. The truth of our beingness was kept from us, right? So this is getting used to that footing again, right?
So I just want to say really quickly, my good friend Donna Marie is here with us. Donna Marie, would you like to share a little bit? Would you like to come on quickly just to share with us? Oh, come on, just come on.
Welcome, welcome. Hi, we're all part of oneness.
I'm laughing because I'm sitting here listening to you, and like, I just came out of doing a messaging with the humpbacks and the dolphins, and they basically just told me exactly what you're saying, how everything that we're going through right now, they're asking that, they're making it very clear that this time is for us to return to our heart, to return to the wisdom. And they said, this wisdom is ancient. This is your knowing. And this time is giving you that time to get so quiet that eventually you have no choice but to turn in. And I'm laughing because I'm sitting here, this was like an hour ago, and I came down and I'm uploading it, and I see you pop up on my screen on Zoom. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna pop in and listen. And you were a complete confirmation of everything that they just said. So
And can I tell you one other thing? Here's another surprise for you, right? No coincidences. I work in the field behind the scenes, right? As an ancient one embodied, right? Weaver of codes of creation and such. So I've been joining with a couple of people that I would say, hey, do you want to do something? You want to do something? So we unite and affect the field. So I was working with a woman who lives in the UK the other day, and this is what I bring through, the dolphins. And this did come through, right? So let's see if it comes. I don't do it all the time for people. If it comes through a session, fine. But the dolphins, as we know, right, coming in, all this is going on. So when I was doing work, they came through. And so for you, since you're mentioning them, I want to say, yes, they have been present in the works that I've been doing behind the scene. And so for you and everyone to see. So that's so
beautiful.
You probably don't know each other, right? But Donna Marie was also a guest this season back in March. You know, it's the first time, and Audrey's been with us for a long time. So it's like, I'm so glad that you're both here to meet each other as well.
Private, so you find me. You know, my number's all over the thing, and we'll
definitely. I'm just listening to her and everything. I'm like, yeah. I'm just like going, yes. She's bang on about everything. So good for you. Keep on keeping on. You're sharing everything correctly, and it's important for people to understand. I think I'm going to just say this because the circle thing, this is what is being broken. It's being lifted so that there is no more repetition. So, you know, in keeping the stillness and, you know, saying, yes, it's good to I agree, you know, we're moving through something, and there's a lot of shift work that people cannot see. We're not meant to be seeing it. I think it would be too much for us to see personally. So this quiet time is to become reflective. And I think that it's kind of like once they open the windows, we can step back in, but with a new understanding. So everything you're saying, I am in complete resonance with. Exactly. It's confirming what I'm receiving, but I love it when you get that confirmation back. Like I know what I'm receiving is, but it's so nice when you see it being reverberated through somebody else, because you're like, yeah, okay, good. You know, it's good.
And you know what I love about this, since I have been on the scene like for so many years ago, you know, doing it behind the scenes, setting things in place, right? For these times and things to assist.
Exactly.
So it's like the same thing that I've been saying over and over and over again. But you know, like when they don't have, you know, eyes to see, ears to hear, but doing the energy and everyone, right? This point. So what has been being said over and over again that maybe they couldn't see or hear now, right, is the time to have that switch, right, of perspective, understanding, filters removed. Now they can receive it. Now it's going to come more deeply and enter knowledge and awareness and understand, because it is ancient truth, right? I'm not playing games. I don't play games, right? I'm here to assist creation on closing up this game, so we go and play another game.
Yeah,
you know? All the beautiful ones here as well to do so.
Yes, good. And I completely, like, I agree. Everything you're doing is correct. They're like, yep. You know, it's like no accident I came onto this call. Like
no accident at all.
No, and you know what, Alara, you're probably going to be instrumental for what I and Donna are probably going to do behind the scenes as well. You know, as I'm saying, like on this call, we're going to join. And if you're here too, when we're getting to this section, we're all going to join together. Because like,
so let's do that. We'll meet together, because I've been working nonstop with all these different kinds of energetic facilitations that are being brought in and worked through me, and you know, it's just a lot of stuff in the silence. We're being done in the silence. So be happy to share with somebody, because they keep saying, can I go? No, there's not to share. There's not to share. We just do it. So, you know, be happy to share with someone.
I didn't even know you were here, so Donna Marie. Right?
Yeah.
I had no idea you were here until you posted something in the chat, and it's like, oh, Donna Marie's here. You know, otherwise I had no idea, because I don't look to see who all is here. But
because I love people who can do the channeling like that. You know, I love listening, because often I'll hear different messages that will come through just for me, and they'll go distorted. And then
Esemesha to Sasha Shamayasha, Shishamayasha Shemashia, Shishia Shia Susumayasha, Shishamasha, we are Shashon Masha. Selepakosh is Kuverdush Equima, Kia Amakuya is said to a theatre, to te theatre, Ishk Emea Uma Ia, Umahanavasuro Puta Tiriana, Kashakium Eskt Ushk Epe Ite ut ar Umariane, Aselepatush etieti atatush ekdia katush aranano der de katush esk me ite ut elmelelmelea aselelele malelelelelele alelale milile lumalele alelelele malelele mekasha isa ush epe ite usalem palont te uvietaium salepalulustiti atieti at esk me it
Wow.
urma urti vati Shari Pratsisi Mesha Osai Itiumara, Selepesh Usk Etiata, Atata, it's le ballon, c'est numbers 8, 3, 8, 3, 5, 10, 12, 18, 21, 3, 8, 6, and 12, 18, 21, 3, 8, 6, 12, 3, 8, 6, 12, 18, 21, 3, 8, 3, 8, 3, 8, 9, 5, 9, 5, 63, 10, 12, 18, 21, 3, 8, 6, 3, 8, 6, 9, 8, 10, 12, 18, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, Anamikasha uskepe ishe ite usele tiete atita sheri amahona inahana amahona humahane hasha hondo kundandai secondoria esele pelon teta isele Urtivati Shari Celebellon son Simo Shari
I love it.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful, Audrey.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mwah.
I look forward to when we'll chat.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, it's Laura. She can give you the information and
Yes,
everything.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you,
for that.
Donna Marie.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Thank you.
All right. So, oh my goodness.
That was so beautiful. I'm so happy about that. That's so nice.
Right? And that was so powerful and so beautiful. And it's like, you know, all of us getting together to create change, all of us getting together to raise the vibration of everyone, all of us getting together to create a greater awareness, right? And getting that confirmation and validation from not just like me and you and Donna Marie, but even the people who are watching and or listening now or later, you know, they're also getting confirmations as well about what is really true, what is the next phase. And that is about going within to our heart space and knowing and seeing and trusting, and then asking, all right, what else can I do here? What else can I be here, right? What else can I be? How else can I create an impact in the world or in my community or in my family? Because I think a lot of times people can feel a little bit helpless, right? But this is not the time to be helpless. This is about the time to be empowered and stand in your sovereignty and choose what do you want to experience, right?
Someone is saying there, how do you step in your power if you don't know what it is? And I'm gonna answer that, because the thing is, when I first began, Spirit would say to me, tell them about the heart, right? The heart is the key in the way. The heart is the key in the way, which of course it is. But I would stand at an expo in front of so many people, right? How many years back? And they would say to me, how do you even get to your heart, right? Because remember, they've been through so much, life upon life, comatose state, right? Forgetting and all of this. So they weren't relating to those words, right? Just like that we're saying, stand in your divine power and your sovereignty, right? So I knew when they were saying about the heart, we had to take it, you know, further into things, right? Because they couldn't get that at the time, you know? So now we're saying, stand in your divine power and your sovereignty, you know? And they're saying, well, how do you do that? You know, for them to, whether they feel it and, you know, or not, in their consciousness or not, right? Just say to yourself, this is what I am, right? I just forgot, right? All that was going on that I'm a part of, whether I'm aware or not aware, right? So rather than to think so much action out there could be overwhelming for people, just that they're embodied now is no coincidence. They're finding themselves here. They are a light. Always I go on shows when people want to know what's my mission, right? What do I say to them? You are here, whether you're aware or not, right? To hold your light in the tsunami of change and all that is going on, right? Because we need that all around the place, the plane. Other people talk about wanderers through creation. They show up where love is needed, right? To hold the light That is what they're doing, whether they know it or not, you know.
Yeah.
And then they go on the journey, right? So being able to stand in that and say, my heart is touched by all that I'm seeing going on here, that has gone on over and over again. Yes. So you're able to find some compassion for that, right? Some to say, there's something off here. I know there's better. I still no longer stand for this, right? And I stand for these higher points of beingness and such one. That is standing in their power and their divine birthright and their sovereignty, whether they know it or not, because they're making a statement rather than feeding everyone the same perpetuation of the same old beliefs and paradigm, which through that feeding of that to them and doing it over and over again is only maintaining part of that system. That's not going to get us where we need to go, right? So it begins with them expanding their understanding, right? Expanding their hearts, even if they're just standing right here, expand it, because you say, you know, I'm for change, right? For myself, for my generations, for creation. I'm for closing the book on this lower expressions, you know, that we're going to go and explore something else now, even if they're not acting with other people, like you're saying, in community, with loved ones, this and that is huge, right? Because they are an energy field that is then beginning to ripple, ripple, ripple. Let's say ice all closed up. You have to put the cracks in it, right? And begin somewhere. Those cracks could allow, whoom, so much to flow through, right? Than just staying like this. The old beliefs and paradigms being fed to them over and over again is not helping assist the change. It's only perpetuating this, right? Right? We don't want to be here anymore. Boom. What we are, right? So they are beautiful ones, forerunners here, securing and helping assist this. That is not only for humanity and Gaia, but for all of creation, you know?
Absolutely.
And they're playing their part in that just by their beingness, and to feel that compassion for the situation, gratitude, yes, that they even have a consciousness, right? And an awareness and experiences to be had, you know? And yes, we've been through so much, taking part in for love, the experiment of sleep and forgetting and duality and polarity, you know? We've done that. That's why my message says to them, those of you who are able to wake up in the midst of all this, even despite all this, right? And those other forces that want to hold you in forgetting, you were able to wake up through this, right? Have some awareness, something's off, what's going on, right? So those are the ones who go down in the book of life to their predecessors, because we're always, right, the same beingness, which is us, but our predecessors and us, that they are the shiny, triumphant, golden ones, because they were able to wake up through this, right? And make the change. They are the ones that walk through this. So it is written in the book of life, and we close it. And if anyone else wants ever in creation, right, in the forever peace that shall be, want to know about the story of the history of creation when it went into forgetting, we were the ones that did that. So that's why we're the shiny, triumphant, golden ones. What is golden? Golden is the wheat. What is the chaff? What is the wheat? Yes? The wheat does what? The golden ones. The wheat nourishes creation, right? Which is what we're all doing in this, right? In the bigger story of creation itself that we are part of, right? Multiple levels, our little individual lives, our collective, Gaia, creation itself, you know, our multiple aspects. Multiple things, whether they understand that or not, doesn't matter, right? Because it is, even though they don't have conscious awareness of it, it is, and it's what they have been a part of. And those that are real, R-E-A-L, souled beings, right? Not a part of an R-E-E-L, which has kept them captive and sleep and want to keep them sleeping, right? Because now's the time to awaken, to understand we are dreaming. It's creation's dream. We're part of it. We're going to dream lucidly and be empowered in the dream, right? Which are these things that we all come together to help assist them to get to, not continuing to give our power over to something outside of us, an oracle, a master, an angel, a galactic, right? That's the old way of beingness. This is direct connection now. In the new, we don't have to have, as we played before, all the intermediaries. Throw away the crutches, the training wheels, and get back to that direct connection to self, you know?
And we all have access to that direct connection. We just have to go within to our heart space and trust it, right? Ask for it, and then follow through. You know, it is really, it is about following through on the connection, feeling it, being it, you know, radiating out, shining your light, you know. And, you know, Janice is asking, will my light light up my son's light? If your son wants it, you know, it's like, you know, I shine my light, but if nobody wants it, you know, what can I do? Right? What can I do? It's like, all right, well, I'm shining. Whether they want to receive it, that's up to them. You know, it's all about.
Well, that is the thing I was told years ago, which I'm sure all of you must know, in the words where you cannot take another's cup. right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they do have their own soul journey. It's like the soul will be at the finish line for whatever their experiences are. We are loving mothers or friends or family, think we're saving them or taking something away. And the soul might, yeah, that may help in humanness, but the soul is going to be like, what are you doing? Well, I did all this to get there. So not to take the cup from them, but we can assist others because of why they've been loops, forgetting, right? Parasitic plague within them. Other energies want to hold them. So even without them, let's say, consciously accepting or being part of it, right? As a mother or a friend or a loving one, like we're doing, we're here, right? Donna, myself, you, all the people listening, emanating this out. So just like when you drop the pebble in the water, the ripples go out.
Yeah.
They are in the ripples of the field, right? So for love, we assist them, right? And the field that they immersed in, right? Whether they are accepting it or not, for love, we always do this. So it gives them an opportunity at any time to have help and support. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always available, but they have to choose it, right?
Yeah, they have, because it's their cup, right? So we
Exactly.
help try to give them better tools in the energetic fields that are there for them if they want to pick that up,
Yeah.
and to do it. Like we're trying to move the collective, right? They're asleep, they haven't got a clue, right? But we've come in to help doing the things to affect the field so it could ripple out, right? To begin to affect them and give them different options and different opportunities than sheeple, lockdown, parasitic plague eating them, right? That's an old story. Ho hum, we're done with that. The discord of creation, we've come in to make it a beautiful symphony again, right? Each, the U of them, H-U-E, the color, the sound, the note of them, each unique to that beautiful creation, that symphony, that work of art, right? But beautifully done. No more the discordant, we experienced that already. Time to close the book on that.
So I want to take one more quick question from Vivian, and then we'll do the other piece that we're going to do. So Vivian was asking how to maintain my energy. I feel ups and downs every day, energetically unstable, how to ground. And so this is such a, I hate to say a basic question, but I'm going to let you, Audrey, answer it, because I'm just going to say, just, connect to the earth. But it's like, maybe she needs something more from you.
It is a roller coaster, right? It is a roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
That's
do the floating dock thing. Do the floating dock.
Yes, you want me to talk about the dock? I love the dock. The dock is, pretend you guys can imagine a dock, right? It's moving like this, up and down in the water. It's not a steady pylon dock, right? It's moving. That moving is the motion and movement of the energies that we are within, right? And the tsunami of energies happening. So that thing, that dock is moving up and down. So we're trying to balance on that dock, right? There's the up and down. She's talking about the energy fields, feeling the up and down, right? Also emotions, right? Because those forces, we've come in to feel emotions, right? But we also have to step out of the emotions a bit. Remember, like we said, you stand in the back of the stage, you see the stage show going, and you know that you're that character. From behind the scenes, you could have a wider view, so you're not just lost in all the emotions. That emotions also can be the thing that keep people tossed and turned, getting off the stability of that dock, right, down into the water. But let's go back to the dock a minute. We're not only rebalancing on the dock, we're also juggling at the same time. And we're juggling 5 balls one hand, 5 balls the other, not even to each other, right? So we got 5 balls this hand, which is the responsibility to ourselves and others in physicality. And then we have these balls this hand, which is the spiritual, right? Those of us who understand the more. So we're balancing and juggling and trying to stay up. Sometimes we're thrown off the dock, which is what she's speaking, right? When you're down, right? The emotions, the experience. We've come in to have not lessons, which are lies again, right? And traps. We've come in to have experiences. See the different energy? A lesson, you fail. Experiences, you always take something away, whether a little or a lot, but it's a positive, right? We come to know and learn about something in ourselves when we're having experiences. See how they took the word and changed it to learning as a lesson you're going to fail, No, experiences, right? So we're having experiences, we have emotions. So that's okay to feel. And maybe we're thrown off the dock, but the point is, don't stay in the water. Get back on the dock and balance and juggle. Because if not, when you're in that emotion, in the energy, right, in that water, you're going to go down a waterfall of rapid, a waterfall of rapid. What is that? The energy is tossing and turning you and eating you of what's in that energy, right? And want to keep you in that. Instead of being disempowered that way, get back on the dock, sit there, catch your breath, stand back up and balance and juggle. Now, as far as a grounding, I do not say to ground, right? To me, it's more grounding in here, yourself, right? Your beingness, because a lot of things go on in the energetic field and, and Gaia and all this kind of thing that's been going on, We are here, we're Gaia's children. Years ago, I got the message, Gaia is waiting the arrival of her children. What? Gaia as that higher, right? Energetic vibration for everyone else, her children, to get in resonance as well, to be upon those platforms with her, So that's why I say, grounding in here. Remember, it's not everything out there. It's inside here. You, your beingness, your consciousness, not even your name, your vessel, your body, all that. No, that you are alive, your consciousness, right? Your beingness, right? So just tap into that. Be gentle with herself, because imagine all that we've been through, all she's going through, right? Be gentle, loving, and nourishing to herself. Going on these shows, having these works to help nourishing her, fortify her upon this journey, right? With all that is going on. So to me, it's be gentle to herself. To me, that would be like a grounding, right? Pause, take a breath. What does she need? Be gentle and loving and kind to herself. She has been through quite a journey, and so have we all, for goodness sake, right? And this is the tsunami that is going on. I say the dirty fish tank that we're all immersed in, right? With the experiences, all that is happening, So be gentle to herself, right?
So that
While
message is for everyone. Audrey,
yes,
I just want to say that message is for everyone, not just for Vivian. It's for everyone,
no.
including
I thank
you,
Vivian
Hema.
for asking the question, because she is bringing forth. See how she's helping? How people think they are not? Each one who asks a question is helping everyone else for this to ripple out in the energy while we're speaking in English to them. And she was the one who brought this forth so that everyone else can receive as well, you see? So thank her so much for that, because it's very, very important.
Yes, absolutely. So you wanted to do another process, right?
Yes, I want to do where we're all, well, we still have Donna with us and you and everybody with us, to what we're going to do is, because they received, right? But any of us who love higher beingness, right? We don't only receive and take, we give, right? We give. We're standing in our beingness, not for some future point, yes, that we are doing, making sure we maintain a future version of ourselves, but to see it ripple here now, where we are in this moment. So we create the new now in our experience, right? By helping to dissolve these timelines that are a loop, right? Not to maintain them, dissolution of them, and to maintain, like I say, shift the shift into high gear and unify. So we maintain that higher timeline. So everyone could do it in their own beautiful ways, the compassion of their heart, the light that they are, right? And I'm going to speak light language. Alara, you do it in your way. Donna does it in her way. I see my beautiful client there, Anthony, who speaks light language from working with me. So everyone, whatever you have, your gifts and abilities, light language, not language, just your heart, right? So it is, so it is, so it is. Not just an intention, because I was saying the intentions could leave being open like a trip in the car. The kids, we get there yet? We get there yet? Did the manifesting happen? Did it come? Did it come to fruition? This is so, it is, it is, it is. Yes? And so here we go, beautiful. Let's all join together. Use our power of our Godhood, standing in creator beingness, right? To get this done. Eshele per tu vesirei, tone viserturanei, vesetio nononei, vesetia kashaku kiesia maturarante. Yana tu say, yana tu say, yana tu say, she, hana hine. Amikasha, so, kasha, haya, hiya, haya, umaha, hom, kihi, haya, humahaya, sheshe, ukosho, kukutu, ai, humikasha, handure, ande, basanedi, perdurane, besane, veruntone vide, Venonane, Venosona siratiane, Venosona si, Yone, hana kashaki kikia. Umbatura, ratatata, ishatata, itata, handa, ishkesh, iskivesh, debte, tatata, ishte, Hunahana, yita, handa. Unamahana, shake. C'est les voix, shiktika, stay, shiktika. Hana. Makasha, suetia, elle est bellon, ta, aruse, panoneri, vesonane pertune, se le pertuveretiane, se non sono piretiane, non sono si, Amekasha, iskte, take, te 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 atata 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 ne te te atata 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 vevu va vi va vi va vai va vi va va vi va va ya 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 kasha sumere kasha il se ne parlons me le per tu vestire perdonane Venuntone vissenane, venuntone visseria, conevi per tu sevi per anea, venuntone si, e sei hamahana, yando, sahonti, homa kashahando,
All right, so the, the high vibes have kicked Audrey off for a second, but I'm sure she'll be right back as soon as she can reconnect. So just everyone to stay in your heart space and keep expanding out and send out from, there she is.
Batum, ibatum, shiktakasha, so te vasa. You le lontomye, si le la tu vasa re, anahunahanya, kashe keki, beso te la olale, satare so te va, se le pelon te deum. The mother, we're going to bring the mother, first point of all creation, to assist with the situation. This is not the mother, Father God, but the mother of all that is, that womb of creation, primordial beingness that I emanate from. Yes, that point of creation. Sayawa hayahoya. Isahashawoya hahumba. Ahoma sai conta. Umakasha kokia sa tut arando. Sesi. Sasia aya shisho oma hahom. Nyata sa kotu ayawoye. Esatareo ayatu ya maya. Asata. Besi veni venanone, so te vi personane, veruntone vi certi ane, verusune si ane. Asahashara turaru tarurara. Aselepelon, selon, et si chérie, et c'est ça, et c'est ça, et c'est ça, et c'est 3, 5, 8, 10, 3, 5, 8, 10, 6, 6, 3, 5, 8, 10, 6, 3, 8, 12, 30, 40, 16, 18, 21, 386, 386, 386, 10, 12, 13, 18, 21, 386, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, and 21. Ahano una hira hanua yani. Es así, es así, es así, es es esa, es esa, es esa, esi, esi, así. I see that was so much energy. We blew everybody and everything up, right? But we're back, and I just kept going for it.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah. It was really high, really high energy. That's why we lost you for a minute. But it's like, you know, regardless, the energy was still flowing. Everything was still amping up, right? And so we appreciate all of
because I didn't stop one time, and we were all in it connecting. We just had the technology to catch up to where we were. So yes, it was all still happening.
Exactly. The technology was slow, but we were all good to go. Yeah. And so I want to thank all of you for assisting with that and co-creating that, you know, with us, to raise the vibration, to clear out the density, to, you know, to choose something greater than what we're experiencing right now. Basically, that's what it's about. What are you choosing? Choose something greater and manifest it, right? Choose something greater and manifest it. Not just intend, not just choose, but by us being together and doing whatever we do energetically, healing wise, you know, whether it's light language or anything else, we were all doing that. So doing and creating and at the same time manifesting. So
and their essence of their beingness, just being here with us, because they might be, I don't get it, I don't understand, I don't know, right? They're here. They have some awareness. They're not asleep doing regular world things, right? They have awareness of this. So no coincidence they are hereby. And whoever's listening to the recording, again, no coincidence, right? To support and be here. And not only manifest, because I know everyone wants to see it in the physicality, and I understand the physical is important, that's who we are, but realize we're going to be out of this physical in about a moment, right? And where are we going to find ourselves? Through creation. So we must manifest our own new vestment to wear, right? Like the butterfly, transformed, transfigured, resurrected, rebirth, right? Rebirth in that new vessel of a higher vibration in our consciousness to be able to express through when we stand in that, right? Higher vibration. So we are tending to our soul, the true essence of ourself, not just where, what am I going to see, what am I going to see, where am I going to manifest in physical? Because that physicality has been a distraction, right? That the other ones have also used us, keeping us in not education, the truth of our beingness. So now it's time to be re-educated, wider perspective, understanding of that. So we are manifesting, right? That new vestment for our consciousness, our soul, right? To be able to embody in, if it's in resonance with that, because you can't bring all this beliefs, all this act and reaction into here, right? It won't fit. They won't show up there. So very important to tend to that as well, right? And not just, you know, the physical thing, my love, my this, my that, the other thing. I know they're important. Remember I said juggling 5 balls in each hand, but you got to be a juggler and a balancer, right? And have many things on the plate to attend to, and not just what is seen, right? Because it all starts from the unseen, right? Into the seen. So attend it at the unseen, so it will ripple into what you're seeing, and your own self, yes, to be in resonance, to have different experiences, right? On the other platforms, which would be your reality that you're experiencing. So very important to do that as well.
Oh, good. Awesome. 2:11 a.m. I'll be asleep.
Yeah, that's Eastern Standard Time in the States.
Yeah, I'll still be asleep.
Fine, that's fine. I should be, but I'm not going to be.
She's going to be joining in spirit. You know,
I'll be joining in spirit.
So her physicality will be sleeping, but you know that she's going to be, as she's working all the time, and we all are, right? When our physical vessels are resting, we are all going to be joined, right? Where it's called for us to be.
Now that you've shared it with us, Brenda, and told us about it, we will be there in spirit with you, okay? For sure. Absolutely.
That's wonderful. That is so wonderful. What power is in that?
Right? Yes, exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, Brenda is going to be doing this prayer session at 2:11 a.m. in the morning. We don't have to be physically with her, but we can have the intention, and we can share our light, our prayers, our blessings, our, you know, whatever we do, our hearts with her at that same time.
Because
right?
now they know about it, so they're going to place that, right? They have awareness in their human self, or say physical experience in their conscious mind, right? That this is what I'm going to do, right? Later, when I may be resting my physical vessel, right? But they know they're eternal beings and energy, right? And many planes of existence that they're existing on all at the same time, right? So they can be, there is no time in actuality of time, right? It's just a human experience and we're having, right? So they can be, because they're saying, okay, I'm going to join my energy, my heart to that, right? Because that's in the unity that is so needed at this time. That is the utmost, you know. I was on a show the other day, and a person, again, bless them, were asking, like, what are my gifts and abilities when they're going to come on? And I'm like, you know, people, we cannot play it in the old way and keep thinking and waiting. I need something, let's say, magical of light, automatic writing, somebody talking to me. You understand? There is no time to wait, right? In the no time, right? But in human experience, right, of what is happening and going on, to wait for that to occur, that is going to make a person move, right? This is important times, right? That may not show up to do that. So be yourself in your beingness and understand and know that it's called for you to join in unity. Your mission, everyone to know what their mission is. This is that mission, right? To join their light, just like this other beautiful Brenda is saying about what she's going to do, because many are being called, like these shows we're doing, and why you beautiful Lara allow me to come on, right? Because yes, they're receiving, but we have to unify. Most importantly, unification, right? On like page, like I said, not all over the place, like point of action of what we are bringing forth to be, right? And to maintain that highest timeline. So that is their missions, right? That's why they're embodied. No coincidence at this time. You don't have to have something like, I'm a healer, I'm doing this, that, and the other thing. No, you can't keep, you don't have time to wait for that, right? This is it. This is it. Be this, right? Join to this. That's your mission. That's your calling. That's what you come here in embodiment to assist and do, right? The biggest thing to do, right? So this looping and this situation is happening does not continue and go off while we're all over the place, still distracted, right? Playing in whatever, with whomever. Yet look what still could happen while you're playing with whomever and whatever, right? So about time, like you are who you have been waiting for. We stand in our Godhood, creator beingness, right? And get it done in here, what we have come to do, right? Not distracted, but unified, just like they are unified, right? So we become unified to handle the situation, right?
Beautiful. Yes, thank you. So we have a few more minutes because my husband is making my dinner. I know it's very late, but it's just one of those days. So we have a few more minutes, Audrey. Is there
what a
anything?
blessing for you. That's so nice.
It's 10:30, so it's like, yeah, I'm beyond late for having my dinner today, but it's okay. But
are we offering the package still connected with this, or we're going to do that next time? They still have the package available if they want.
Yep, and so I put it on the live page. It's also on the special offer page. It'll be on the replay page as well. It's also in the email. So Audrey, you want to talk about that? So for those of you who don't know, you can work with Audrey one-on-one as well. So for those of you who are on the live page, you can just click on special offer. And if those of you who are not, you can go to alara.at/show/Audrey1. And, you know, this is, there's three packages here, package A, B, and C. And so package A is a 60-minute private session with Audrey. Package B is a 60-minute session plus a 30 additional minute session, which will include your sacred key code number language. And then package C is some recordings.
Some calls, pre-recorded calls. Part of the welcome room. They would receive links for. They email me if they purchase that, and I'll get the links to them to listen in, where they're receiving energy from the welcome room for orientation. But the first one is going to be a little bit of a taste what they were having here, right? Because yes, they received, but that is, you drink from the wellspring in this work of the divine that I bring through. So you wet your lips, you took some sips, right? But when you come and have your session and get in there all private to yourself, right? Your field, your generational field, the other aspects of you, rewrite in Akash. How priceless is that, right? Priceless, affecting multiple lives and aspects of yourself through an embodied Elohim, right? An architect, a soul architect, energy engineer. So come, right? Helping with your immunity in this situation, but also so much of your stories of you, who you are, and right? Upgrading the DNA. So that's through light language and language of the Akash, 60 minutes. Then we added the other half an hour to make it a total of 90 minutes personally with me, so they can receive their numbers. And I said the numbers very quickly, but when we do it nice and slow and we go over it and make sure that you would get it, right?
Exactly.
So you're going to have that tool to apply in your own lives when you read those numbers over to what you need to be dispersed, what you need fortified against anything negative, or help to bring in for you and support, or just throw it out. Because like I said, when you set intentions, there are many things that you would not know in the conscious mind to set the intention for. So it leaves things missing, right? So you throw out the energy because It could be other lives bleed through this, a generational thing, an unconscious, subconscious thing, right? Old agreements. So that's why you're going to then read the numbers and let that energy flow out to handle the other things that need to be handled as well, that in conscious mind wouldn't even know to ask for when you're sitting the 2 other ways to apply the numbers, you know. So that's very important. So I hope they will come and take part in the opportunity to do this, you know. And many have had their gifts and abilities also brought online, right? Speak light language, you know, and automatic writing, all of this. So it is very, very important, not only for the physical them they're in themselves here, their other aspects, their generations, and the collective, and the part that they are as source embodied, the story of creation that they are part of as well. So this is multi-layered, right? What we're doing here, and it's huge, and tending to their soul, which is where their true treasure lies, you know.
Absolutely, thank you. And the sessions with Audrey, as I said at the beginning, are very powerful. Audrey, as you can see, talks very quickly, but when she's working with you, you never know what's going to happen in a session. Yes, she might do Akash work. Yes, the beings of light might come in. Yes, she'll do your numbers if you get package B, and the numbers. You get a chance to write them down. So it's and it could be pages. I mean, I have, I don't know, 3-4 pages of numbers, you know, like writing. It's amazing. And this is, if you do have your numbers already, this is a great time to read them, use them, have them around you.
Upgrade them. Because remember I was saying in the new year, we did the very quick fire, the type of numbers you heard me today, which is an anchoring point, right? And also bringing that in so that accompanies whatever numbers they had before. We're going to take them higher in that code and number field, right? Another code, upgrade, 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 right? To help support them on the next level that they're going to get at, that they would be at, right? Yeah. So just because you have numbers, please come with all that's going on, upgrade the numbers, get the anchoring points series of smaller type of numbers that accompanies that, you know. And thank you for saying the beings of light. They say, yes, beautiful one. Thank you, Alara. Yes, because Channel is speaking so much. Yes, wrapping them with energies of her words that she is speaking so quickly. You see? Yes, yes. As well as the other languages that she's bringing through in the numbers. So yes, we shall come in as well in the session to speak with all of you as well. And so many can feel us, yes, when in session. So we shall be there as well, speaking with you. Beautiful. And so we hope that you will take the opportunity. We wish you much love, and we thank you. We thank you. Thank you, Alara, so much. Yes.
Oh, thank
you.
Now
it's me.
I know. I always know when it's you because the accent is no longer there.
Exactly.
It's so cool. But yes, definitely, you know, go back and watch or listen to this again if you would like extra support, extra, you know, and or to share as well with your own energies as well with the collective, with the planet, with the universe, you know, when we did that. So definitely go back and watch or listen.
Yes, all the layers, and for their immunity, right? Immunity, and to help them with this situation. Oh, it's so beautiful. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, everyone who's listening, who's going to be listening in, right? As we join together and do the work that is so needed in unity. And if anyone is listening to this and they're not in agreement, I'm so sorry. That's okay. It's time to put all those disagreements on the things aside for that unification field that is so needed to apply to this, right? So that is what we're doing. So thank you all so much. And thank you, Alara. And I look forward to, I think, a week or so. I'm not sure, maybe the 16th or something. We're going to be back here doing this. Everyone join together. Tell other people to come on in, because you're going to be receiving, and we're going to do that same thing. Boom, shoot that out, right?
Awesome.
Like we did
today. And you know, we're going to need to do that, continue to do that for a little while longer. Okay, everyone. So this is not just a one-time thing. We're going to continue to need to, you know, do our work. Okay.
Yes.
So April says, thank you all very much for this extraordinary experience. It was very special as always. Oh, good. Awesome. Oops. And now my daughter's calling. All right, everyone. So
enjoy your dinner. And thank you so much, Lauren. Thank you, everyone. Much love.
Thank you, everyone. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now. Bye, everyone.